Hey there everybody, how's it going? It's Brandon Brashears. Hope you're doing fantastic today. Today we're going to be talking about what's happening this week in marketing. So I'm very excited about this. I'm so sorry, I've been having technical difficulties with this, and I just want to make sure that it's working, that you can hear me well. So I'm just making sure it's going. I thought that it was on a different screen. There we go. Solid. So it is working. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate you watching. And I hope you're having a fantastic day. So today we're going to be talking about this week in marketing, things that happened. So that's what this show's called. It's going to be every Friday that's going to be reviewing all of the changes that are happening as we move forward through the week. So this week there was some pretty big changes with respect to, specifically with respect to a lot of the YouTube and Facebook kind of battle that's been going on with video. So YouTube and Facebook are definitely trapped in battle for trying to get as many viewers as possible. And so Facebook just released a new feature. Well, it was August 31st, so it wasn't technically this week that came out, but I think it's worth noting because I've been watching it and seeing what's been happening with this. And so it really solidifies that video is extremely important for your business and for your veterinary practice. So I'll show you where it is. If you're in the US, you probably saw it and probably noticed it. It's right here in this section. So it's that watch feature that pops up. And this watch feature, it really reminds me a lot of the YouTube browse homepage. So here is the YouTube watch feature. And they have original content, original series that's posting up here. Now, one thing to note is that you can't actually get the way that I have seen it work so far is that if you have a page that has a specific number of video views, or if you have a specific number of page likes, I believe, then you have the option of creating a show that's linked to a page. Kind of like how they released the Facebook groups. Specifically, they released Facebook groups to that you could connect to business pages now. It's, I think, pretty similar to that. And so I think that is something that will be rolled out to more businesses. They kind of do that with the larger pages and select people at first, and then it rolls down to other smaller pages. And so that's pretty typical that I see that happening pretty often. And so right now it's just major brands, major video producers that I see creating content. But the content that's up there, so for example, one of the shows here, I've seen a ton of, I mean, really successful shows that come up. Let's see how many views this one has right now. This one looks pretty new. So it's 500,000 views now in just 9 hours. So that's pretty significant for sure. That's a pretty cool cat video too. So definitely the cat videos and things do very well. So that's something that's important to take note of, and it's just something that's going to change the way that people engage with Facebook. So if you're considering doing any kind of video ads, or if you're creating video content live or something, injecting those ads into these placements. So you can actually advertise within these shows specifically. And they're opening up advertising to video producers as well once they hit certain benchmarks for views. And so as they roll out more and more kind of creator benefits, it's going to be very beneficial for creators to be posting and publishing on Facebook because they can monetize. And so right now, YouTube creators are typically going and trying to keep as much content on YouTube as possible, and also another channel called Twitch, which they can monetize a lot more easily. So if Facebook opens this up and really competes, I think that it's going to drive a lot more creation natively for Facebook and take a lot of attention away from YouTube. So that's something to think about for sure when you're creating videos. I think that this is going to be very beneficial for people who are using video as a way to create ads and awareness for their veterinary practices. So that's something that's really exciting. The next thing is Facebook Ad Manager updates. So there was a bunch of additional updates that came out this week to Ad Manager. First, they're integrating, and I think that they're going to be trying to unify their products. So right now they have Power Editor, they have Ads Manager, and then they have Boosts, which you can do on the individual page. So if you've ever gone into Power Editor, it's definitely an additional process. I actually don't use Power Editor anymore because I have software called Ad Espresso that I use for all of the Facebook content that I'm creating and things. So I'm not actually using Power Editor all that much or Ads Manager all that much, so it doesn't really affect me. But I know that a lot of veterinary practices are using Ads Manager. And so if you're using Ads Manager, there's a few new features that are really, really cool coming out. So they have that quick start, or they have a guided option. So every time you create an ad, it can guide you through the steps. Or if you're already a pro and you don't like having to go through the guided steps and it takes you extra time, you can turn that off and just get right to it. So that's really cool. Another thing that's really cool is that drafts are auto-saved in your Ads Manager, and that's really important. I don't know if you're like me, I would go and create ads and then step away and then have to start all over again. So auto-saving is an awesome feature, and I really am excited for that. So that's pretty cool. The next thing that I'm very, very excited about is that Instagram has released new ad types for Instagram stories. So Instagram stories have been available to advertise on since, I believe, November of 2016 for some people. It's opened up to everybody now. You can advertise on Instagram stories through Ads Manager or Power Editor. But what's super cool is that if you're doing ads, not ads, but if you're doing Instagram stories, you can actually go and take that organic content that you're producing and make it an ad. So I think that's pretty awesome for a few reasons. First, if you're actually using Instagram stories, which I think is a huge opportunity for most veterinary practices, you can take that content that you've already produced, repurpose it for advertising. And so these kind of stories, they feel a lot more organic. They allow your clients to get to know you a lot better. So if you're doing, some kind of promotion, if you have some kind of event that you're doing, if you have an interesting case or maybe interesting, just something interesting to put out there, and there's always something interesting going on in your practice, or if there's something that you want to bring awareness to, if you want to do a story that's, sad about heartworm, I wouldn't do too much of that, but like talk about how it could be avoided, or whatever it is that you're doing in your practice. I think that that's a huge opportunity. And the way that you do that is you just go in through your Ads Manager, and then when you choose the ad images, you go through your gallery, and now Instagram Stories is there if you have your Instagram account connected. So that's really, really cool. And if you're at all in charge of your Facebook ad campaign, you've probably noticed, at least when you go on mobile, that Facebook is creating Canvas examples of their Canvas ad types. And Canvas ad types are really dynamic ads that have a bunch of cool functionality in them. And now you can put those Canvas ads into Instagram Stories. So that's really, really awesome as well. So I think that those are some pretty significant opportunities this week. If you haven't done so, be sure to test out Instagram Stories and at least engage with it. I'm sure you've seen it. It's those circles at the top. Instagram Stories is also, they have a similar stories on Facebook. And so all of the product, I think, is really becoming more unified. And so I think that there's going to be a lot of opportunities for veterinary hospitals to use these tools and really grow their veterinary practice. So if you have any questions or any comments, need help with anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm sorry for the delay in getting this show started today. I'm going to do my best to make sure that I get that started on time. Tuesday, we'll be talking about interesting tech, interesting software, things like that. Fridays, we'll be talking about what happened this week in marketing. And then Mondays, new podcast episodes will be released. So I just heard back that the server issues are being fixed today, which is really, really cool. So it should be good to upload and put new content out there. So I hope that you're having a fantastic day. If you need anything, please don't hesitate. Comment below, and I will see you on the next episode. Be sure to subscribe in iTunes or on Google Play so that you get Monday's podcast. And I'll see you on next episode on Tuesday. Have a great day, everybody.